Hi everyone, my name is Will Goodbourn and I'm a sports massage therapist and biomechanist. In this video today I'm going to give you some exercises to alleviate some common areas of tightness from sitting at your desk all day. Many of you have probably experienced this even more while also working from home during the pandemic. So the first exercises that we're going to focus on are to release off the upper back muscles and the neck muscles as well. So the muscles that we're going to focus on are the trapezius, which has the upper fibres, middle fibres and lower fibres. So I'm going to give you an exercise for each of those, but also the scalene muscles in the neck as well. So the first exercise we're going to do is quite simple. We're just going to be sitting at our desk, and in order to stretch the right side of our upper trapezius, we're just going to put our left ear to our left shoulder. And some of you, particularly if you're very tight in that area, will feel it already quite a lot. And these stretches want to be uncomfortable but not painful. If it is painful, then obviously please stop and seek professional advice before you do any more. However, if we did want to increase the stretch, then we can just gently move our right shoulder downwards. And that should intensify that stretch. If we wanted to increase it even more, then we can just gently put our chin down as well. So we're already doing our lateral flexion, so ear to shoulder, but then we're also going to bring our chin downwards, and you should feel a lot more of a stretch just here. If, however, we wanted to target the front of the neck a bit more, so into the scalene muscles, then instead of bringing our chin down, we're just going to bring our chin up like so, and you should feel the stretch sort of move around a little bit just there. So scalene muscles can also get tight when you're sitting down all day. And we're going to hold this stretch for around a minute because we need to do it for quite a long time in order to get a flexibility benefit. Then of course we're going to switch sides and we're going to do the same thing. So this time we're going to go from right ear to right shoulder, which will stretch the left trapezius. And then of course we can adapt it slightly by bringing our left shoulder down. And of course we can bring the chin down in order to stretch it even more, or we can bring the chin up in order to move the stretch around to the scalene muscles. So that's the first stretching exercise we're going to do. The next one is going to target the middle fibres and the rhomboid muscles, which are sort of around, between your shoulder blades. So for this one, we're just going to interlock our fingers in front of us. We're going to straighten our arms, and then we're going to gently flex and bend through the spine, while, if we can, engaging our stomach, our core muscles. And then we're essentially just going to gently bring our chin down, push our hands away while pushing our upper back backwards. And we should feel into those rhomboids and that sort of between those shoulder blades. Again, we're going to hold this for around a minute, and then we're going to come out of the stretch. Finally, we're going to have a look into our lower trapezius fibres. So for this exercise, again, we're going to be putting our hand out in front, and then essentially we're just going to grab our wrist with our other hand, and we're going to bring our hand downwards, so that 45-degree sort of diagonal angle. And you should be able to feel that sort of around your shoulder blade or lower shoulder blade. Okay, again, we're going to hold for a minute. If, however, you wanted to make that a little bit more intense, if that's a bit too easy for you, then there is an alternative you can do on the floor. So we're going to go down onto all fours and essentially do exactly the same thing. So we're going to thread this right arm through like so, and we're going to reach as far as we can. Now we have to be careful that we're not sort of collapsing down with this shoulder, okay, because if we're doing that, then we're stretching a bit too far, so we need to sort of come out of the stretch slightly. Okay, and then after you've held it for a little while, you might find you can go a little bit further again. And then of course we will do the same on the other side as well. Okay, so that's our first video to stretch our shoulder and neck muscles.